That level.
There have been times when I'm editing and the camera is just completely off kilter. And I'm never sure what to do because when you twist it, then that leaves like black triangles at the edges, so I have to zoom in, and it's this whole deal, and I hate it so much.
It's sort of level. It doesn't look level.
No, this is gonna be the worst. It's gonna be so bad watching it and editing it. I do listen through the entire thing over again.
Do you? Like,
yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'll listen for pieces.
Yeah.
Like, parts I enjoy talking about, but I don't really watch any of our stuff.
Well, it's a good thing I do because, like, I'll forget that I have to edit something out.
You're like, oh.
Shoot. Okay. Yeah. I'll.
That was bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of my family does, ironically.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
like my mom will listen
to
to it
me.
while cleaning and stuff. I'm like, what the heck?
That's okay. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Like if you enjoy it, that's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, I think
but...
she does enjoy it. She
Wow.
likes being like, "What's this all about?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just kind of said something." And then
that is
grandma
yes.
occasionally.
My parents come down and they're like, "Caleb, we have to talk about." I'm sorry. It was an offhanded comment I made in a podcast.
It comes out, okay? It's not even that popular. No one will know. Yeah, it is interesting.
What do you think of like making like an Instagram account for the podcast?
That'd be interesting. We could almost post like shorts on it. I feel like that's something that's popular.
I posted the you reacting to Friend Witches short, and it got like twice as many views as our normal videos do. And it's like, well, yeah, if
maybe we should just do shorts. Yeah, I mean that's what Joe Rogan does. I mean, we're not gonna copy him, but that's what we should do.
Oh, shorts of the podcast. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
too.
like
clips. Ghost Runners.
Clips. Yeah. Where it's just like, this is an interesting piece. Post.
Yeah.
You know.
I could see us doing that. I've done that a couple times on Ztake Studios to kind of get some traffic moving back and forth, but because obviously we talk a lot about Ztake Studios on here.
You kind of need both of it to understand what we're talking about.
Yeah. I feel like it's... Oh, shoot. There's something I was going to say. How's your week?
It's been good. Got a test coming up that I'm freaking out about for some reason.
Yeah. What is it?
Psychology.
Psychology. Is it... Oh, that's the... not the CLEP. The...
DSST, yeah.
DSST.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really that big of a deal, but I have like real like test anxiety. Like I test really poorly. And like I like can't think and freak out. So
yeah, I hate tests. I get super stressed. The only exception is like the ACT. I was not stressed about that at all because I did not care.
Maybe that's what I need.
And then like I got a pretty good score, and so I'm taking it again because I have like I'm probably not going to another college, but I have like a self competition with myself to see if I can go any higher. So that's like my big test coming up.
Nice.
It's in June.
Oh boy.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When is the test?
Next week.
Okay.
So I've been studying, but I still like if someone was like, "Hey, can we ask you some questions?" I'd be like, "Yeah, sure." I'd be fine.
Yeah.
But if they were like, "Hey, this test is this day," I'm like, "Oh my gosh," and it just like melts, and I'm like, "I think I got it." Like,
yeah,
I've studied hard for it.
You're probably fine.
But like, there's that little bit of me that's just like stabbing me.
You'll be okay, Tucker. You will get it.
I will be fine.
What percentage do you have to get to pass?
I don't know, because they do it in a weird way. Because CLEP does like 70%, like 400 or something like that. So
CLEP
they like
is 50 out of 80. You have to get 50 out of 80.
Yeah, they convert it. I don't know what. I think it's a 90 question test. I think.
Okay.
And so I don't know what percentage, because they do it weird, and my brain doesn't like compute their way of rating things. But I think it's like 75, 80, something like that. I don't know.
That's pretty high. Like normally it's just 60%.
Maybe.
So like either way, you'll be fine.
It's fine.
Can you take it again? If you don't do?
Yeah. You just have to pay for it.
Yeah, Carses.
But it's like $25, $50. It's $50. So.
So actually, last night was Wednesday, and that was the Seder Service. It's like a Jewish feast.
Yeah.
Passover.
Horseradish.
It occurred to me that a year before, we did the Seder Service. So a year and at this point 2 days ago, that was when Evelyn and I pitched intellectual property to you,
Oh,
Mr. Jones, and
yeah.
Mr. Fennel.
Because we went to the, like, kids' classroom. And
Yep.
yeah. And
Yeah.
for some reason I said yes. Like, I would never have said yes to that, but I did. Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, okay. And literally none of us thought anything would happen.
Oh my gosh. I should have had, like, a party.
I'm gonna go.
Someone
shut
just
that door.
died. That is interesting, though. A year. Your child is 1 year old, sort of.
Yeah, so I guess that was the
That's cool.
birth of Ztake Studios or something.
Something like that.
That was hilarious. Like,
Yeah. Because, who is there? Because Jake, Ian, me,
yeah,
you, and Evelyn. And we were just all like, yeah, sure.
I guess why not do a movie or whatever.
Whatever you're doing.
And
yeah.
then like, whatever.
And then it turned out to be like a thing.
And then like 4 months later, it was in the theater.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, no, more like 6
I would
months
say
later.
it seemed a
but
little longer, but I was going to push
thinking-
that button.
Yeah, I was thinking June. We started filming in June.
Yeah.
So we got that script done in like a month.
I remember when that first day hit us and we had no idea what we were
That
doing.
first day was the worst.
It was the actual... It took us like 30 minutes to do
Yeah.
like one 10-second scene.
I got so crabby.
Well, we were all
And-
crabby too, yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't, like, that was my first time realizing it. I remember getting back to the Joneses and being exhausted and realizing, like, this takes, like, a lot of energy
This
to
is
do.
like work. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember me laying on the floor because I was exhausted too, just from like figuring things out and spitballing ideas on where the camera should go and like,
Yeah.
who we were
We've gotten
talking to.
so much more efficient.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just having an idea of like, I think a big deal was more the technical stuff, like
Yeah.
learning how to use the gimbal and like where the camera should be and lighting.
Yep.
That was like, because we had no clue. Because we're like, oh, it looks grainy. Oh, what setting should this be on? Like it was a lot of
Yeah.
oops.
And that's something we didn't figure out even sometimes, like, 3 months into filming. But
Yeah.
we've been nailing it recently.
We
like,
did it. Speaking of that, Monday.
Today, when you're listening to this.
Oh yes, today
And-
not Monday.
Actually, the sound might have some issues, but it looks gorgeous.
Okay, cool.
Like, yeah, I put like some color filters over it, and
New short film. That's what it.
Yes,
That's
called Black Sheep.
because we're not. I got nothing. I was gonna land a joke, but
I'd have to edit it out anyway.
yeah, you will. Yes, Black Sheep today, later today.
Yeah, with Paul, who we got to talk about.
Yeah, because he's the new guy, kind of.
Yeah, he's the new kid. He did pretty well. Allison was in it. Allison Krieger. Been a bit since she was involved in a project.
Yes.
Tucker.
I was in there.
Yeah,
Just, you should all know
he
that
was.
for like 30 seconds.
He looked pretty good in there.
I look good in everything.
And then Mr. Kaiser also.
Yeah, my dad.
And that worked out pretty well, believe it or not. So
It's so weird.
I was running out of options, and they were like, "Why don't we ask Mr. Kaiser?" Rania said that, and I was like, "Does he look too Asian? Like, is that
Because
going
he's
to
a
mess
quarter
up?"
Japanese.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be playing Paul's dad.
Yeah, and Paul's not a quarter Japanese.
No, but I think your dad doesn't look like super Japanese.
He doesn't. No, my aunt looks Japanese. Like you're like she's not like super Japanese, but she looks Asian, just like
Yeah.
complexion and everything. And then my eldest aunt like doesn't look Asian at all. At least not to me. My grandpa does. Obviously, he's like half Japanese, and so like I'm always
Yeah.
like, what? Because Isabel is like
She
Asian,
looks very
but she almost looks Native American to me. Like
that's true.
my
It's-
siblings
it's-
don't look.
Well, her eyes are like super big.
Yeah.
So
She's got the anime eyes.
yeah. Yeah, I think when it gets to like 12.5%, like
You're
I
like
think we can
Asian
pull
on
it
a
off.
technicality. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 12.5% British, but you know.
I'm like 80% Northern England area
I'm
because we did like
mostly,
this
yeah.
stupid test, and I'm like, they just told me I'm white politely. They're like, bro,
I'm mostly German, actually, but
really?
yeah,
Dang,
like very much German.
that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought that. Don't they have red hair? Isn't that a thing? No, they're blonde. Where am I getting the
No.
red? Scottish have red hair. Man,
Yeah, Scottish.
this is a rabbit trail.
Anyway, so today, we also went to the warehouse, which has been a wild ride.
Yes.
So we're looking into film locations, and
We need a warehouse.
we need a warehouse. Let us know if you know anyone, because it's getting ugly.
Like Park Rapids. Like it doesn't have to be in Park Rapids, but local Minnesota area empty warehouse that we can use because I'm getting desperate.
Yeah, although like Jake's still holding out on that warehouse with your grandma, so
That's cool.
we'll see. Like maybe there's something there.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
a really cool place. It's like a 150-year-old train station.
It's beautiful. Like
it's you walk through it and you're like, this is cool.
yeah.
You feel cool. Yeah.
So it's so huge. The only thing is we'd have to get. I wonder what would happen if we brought like those sound absorption things we were looking at like months ago.
Yeah, because you can get blankets, soundproof blankets.
Yeah, I wonder how much that would absorb because obviously when there's an echo,
It's
it's
a
not good.
massive building. I mean, that was like a 50-foot ceiling, right? Like,
Yeah,
it was huge.
It looked so good.
It
like
looked really
the windows,
cool.
the light coming in,
And like they're broken windows, kind of.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it had a really cool vibe. But
yeah, and then the other one. Yeah, the other one, I really liked the staircase. Like, I would really enjoy filming someone, like, walking down that staircase and busting out the door.
Yeah, but we're working on it.
Yeah, let us know.
Warehouse ideas.
We also have a special announcement. What's in the box?
It's a dead cat. So we have been... Oh, hold on. We've been teasing this for a little while now.
If you are at all familiar with us, you probably already know what it is.
We have Ztake Coffee.
Bring it forward.
Yeah, look at this.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? And then on the back.
We got like gourmet. This isn't like McDonald's coffee. This is
this is not a joke.
we did our research. This is not.
We roasted our own beans.
Oh yeah, it's home roasted. We got a roaster. Like this isn't.
This is a huge investment. We roasted our own beans. It tastes really good.
It tastes really good.
So we'll be selling that.
Yeah.
Ztakecoffee.com. Business cards.
Yes.
Yeah, we got business cards too. It's pretty great.
So yeah, that's a thing. This is Brazilian coffee. If anyone wants to know, it's like fair trade Brazilian coffee. So if that means anything to you, like we did not skimp on anything. This is good stuff.
Spendy. How much will you charge for it?
13, right? Wasn't that the deal?
You're the boss.
I think it was $13. Yeah. So $13 a bag, 12-ounce bag of, again, good coffee.
All right.
We have a website.
On the internets. Check out the link in the description down below.
Yes.
And while you're at it, smash that like button.
Beat it up. Yeah.
I've been learning lessons. Apparently you have to reply to all your comments so that engagement goes up. So, yeah. Anyway, coffee, guys.
Yes, it's like I've impressed people. It's really good.
I think we should. I mean, sooner or later we're gonna have to order a bunch more.
Yeah. I have a lot of green coffee at my house right now.
How many bags are there? Do you know?
They sent me because I got like one 10-pound bag, and then they gave me this massive, like it almost looks like a potato sack, like that plastic weave bag of coffee. So it's like this huge bag. So 2 bags, but they're big bags.
Okay. Wait, I forgot. The stuff we gave the Joneses, is that the sample bag or is that the Theta Ridge stuff?
I think it was the small bag of the Theta Ridge stuff.
Okay.
I believe.
And you're not putting like the Peruvian stuff in the Brazilian bags?
No, it's all
Okay, cool.
Brazilian. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of sample
Cool.
bags to see what we liked.
Yeah. And I
So-
think Brazilian was our default, but we'll
I'm sure we can
I'll have
change
to get
it
your
up. I want
feedback.
to do Colombian because that sounds cool.
Yeah, it does.
I want to do specialty roast, have Ztake roast, so like Caleb can have his specialty coffee because that sounds cool. Jake will get tea. Vermont.
Shall we answer this?
I kind of think we should.
All right.
Hola. Hello.
Dear customer,
Oh, that wasn't as fun.
I hate robots.
I was really hoping I'd be a real person too. Be like, you should buy Ztake Coffee.
Sounded very racist.
Well, they can't do my real voice. Then they'll like track me down.
I guess.
That's a real
You gotta
thing.
do one accent. You have to figure out like one accent. That
I've
you
been
can
trying to do the British accent, but it's still rough.
Do. All right.
Like I can't quite nail it yet.
Not quite comfortable with putting a sample on the internet.
No, I'm not sure.
All right.
We can
fair
try
enough.
it, but I've been working on it because I do need
All
an
right.
accent. Everyone I know can do accent.
Of course.
Mason can do a really good Elmo impression,
Can he?
like really,
I
really.
want to
good.
hear this. I can't imagine.
It's
Mason
scary.
doing
You can do a
accent.
pretty good Dora.
Really?
Yeah, Dora the Explorer. It's scary. And then he's been working on Donald Duck, and it's weird. He'll just be walking around the house with these scary impressions. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I jammed my finger. So
Every once in a while that happens, and I hate it so much.
yes.
Coffee. Oh, yeah, and we got to talk about this more later off the pod, but I got into the farmer's market. So,
So people in Park Rapids.
yeah, so we're going to have to stock up because it's going fast, is what all the people say that want you to buy the coffee.
Call now for 3 installments of $19.99.
Yeah. Jake left a comment below intellectual property that was like, comment below and we'll select one lucky person to have Ztake Coffee. I'm like, this is how you do it, I guess.
This is business 101.
Yeah. So free stuff, I guess. Go comment on our first movie ever.
We should do like a watch part of like our first of intellectual property IP.
Yes?
Do like just clips, have like everybody and just watch it. I don't know if that's really something we want to do. That'd be interesting.
I've already done something like that with Evelyn and Allison. I was just hoping to get clips with you and Jake so I could edit it all together.
Gotcha. Because I think it'd be kind of fun. And even do like a blooper reel, like an entire. I don't know how much bloopers we have from IP, but just bloopers.
Dude,
'cause
I
I think
have,
people enjoy
like,
bloopers.
Hundreds of gigabytes of just like unused footage.
So we have bloopers. That'd
Like-
be kind of fun.
Yeah, I was piecing together. I can't remember why, but I was going back and looking at back when we were at Momo's house. When do you have to go? You keep on looking at your watch.
No, I've got them back, and it's like just a stupid thing I do. Like
You got to be careful about when you do that.
I was doing it lately, and my mom's like, "What are you like?" Wait, I'm like, "I don't know. It's just my
I can't
watch is
stop it.
my watch is
Help me.
broke, and I got them fixed, and ever since then I've been like nonstop."
Gotta check the time.
Yeah, sorry.
What were we saying?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. For some reason, I was looking back, and it was at when we were at Momo's, my grandmother's, and Jake was in the driver's seat, and you were gonna sit in the passenger seat, and we were trying to figure out how we were gonna shoot it.
Oh yeah.
And I was just watching this saga, and originally we were just gonna like sit there parked, and I was gonna film with the door open, but then that clearly wasn't gonna work. And so I ended up sitting like I don't know how to describe
on
it.
the like where your feet go.
Yeah.
He was tucked in there, and I was like kneeling on my seat, trying to look normal.
Oh yeah, you were kneeling. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
too.
because I couldn't like sit because you were right there, and so it was too like I was over 6 foot at the time, and you were probably something similar.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't work, and like I couldn't have my seat all the way back because
Yeah.
that doesn't work either. So I remember that because like bumps would hit me like rock.
it turned out it looked fine though.
It did look
so-
fine. It looked natural, but it was not a natural moment. I forgot about that. That was really funny.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that too. All right,
Do we do emails?
That was from Emma. She sent me a story. I feel bad. I have so many people I should be emailing back that I'm just so bad at.
He's just a bad person, actually. Terrible human being. I don't even know why I do this with you.
Associate with you. Oh, Emma, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Emma. If you watch this, he apologizes. I don't really know you, so I don't know if I really need to.
I don't think Emma watches this. 5. Would you rather be famous or know someone who's famous? Well, we're already famous, Lydia.
And we already know someone famous ourselves. I don't really want to be famous.
Really?
Like,
Is that something that's changed recently, or have you always never?
I want to be successful. I don't really want to be super famous, where like I can't leave my house without paparazzi. That sounds miserable.
You don't want to be like Justin Bieber famous.
I don't want to be like Hollywood famous. I wouldn't mind being like verified on Instagram or Twitter or something like that. That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be like huge. But everything I'm doing just keeps leading to where like if this gets successful, you're going to be huge. Like actor, like coffee salesman.
Yeah. Like Ben Shapiro only like 5 million subscribers maybe on YouTube, but he has to have like security with him at all times. Like
I don't
he can't have pictures of his kids on the internet and stuff.
Yeah, like I want to be like just almost influencer kind of status where you're like you're popular, but you're not like your life isn't really that affected by it. Like your bank account is.
Yeah.
But you're not like people aren't freaking out every time you go outside.
I think it would be okay to be famous on like 2 levels. Like as long as you weren't on 2 levels. 1, you can't be hated, so you don't have to bring security
That's
everywhere.
true. You don't want to be like famous because everyone hates you.
And 2 is that it can't be like Justin Bieber where everyone like really, really loves you.
Or really hates him. There's a rough moment there. Yeah.
Where
people are freaking out.
Like fan
the groupies.
Following you everywhere. Like you gotta hit that middle. If you hit that area, I feel like it'd be cool to be famous. Like you see people in public and they're like, I love your work, and they appreciate you, and you move on.
Like a couple selfies.
Yeah.
You move on with your life. You don't have to get stuck there for half an hour because people are swarming you.
I think if I don't do something significant in my life, what's my point?
What's his point?
I gotta do something significant.
Yeah.
So I gotta be famous. I just gotta be famous.
He has to be famous. It's the drive.
I don't have to be famous.
I need to be rich.
I would like to know famous people, I guess.
I think it'd be cool to be like the Inside Man, like no famous people. You come over, but you're not like, oh my gosh, nobody wants that.
I'd like to know like famous politicians, so I'd know like who's corrupt, because you just know like 50% of all politicians, maybe more like 80%, are completely corrupt.
Oh yeah, for sure. People are corrupt.
And you kind of want to know like, all right,
you kind of want the heads up on that.
Yeah. Yes. Would you rather both own a wolf and a tiger, or open a Friendwiches shop?
Okay, so you get the tiger, I get the wolf. Or Friendwiches. Oh, you can't do that. That's like, do you want this child or this child? It's like, but I love them both. It's like, you gotta pick one.
I think because of restrictions in the state of Minnesota, I would rather have Friendwiches. But if I were in a position where taking care of a tiger were like something that was feasible for me, I would maybe go with the tiger.
Yeah, I would probably go with Friendwiches. The wolf thing would be cool, but I'm also like, it would be cool to own a wolf, but not like for a long time, because that's kind of a commitment. Yeah. Like, I think there's other animals where it's like they're more chill. Like they have like leopard cats, where it's like a cat, but it looks exactly like a leopard.
That's
and they're
adorable.
Like, they're like mini leopards. I'm like, that would be kind of cool because it's a cat. It chills, but also there's still a bit of like murder quality.
Are you more of a dog person than a cat person?
Yeah, I'm a dog person.
Yeah.
So I'd probably just get a dog.
I hate dogs.
Oh, that's interesting.
Not always.
This is the last Ztake podcast episode ever.
I'm joking. I don't hate dogs.
I hate you. When are we gonna do like a season 2? Are we gonna start a season 2?
This is episode 30.
Okay.
We just birthed our 3rd child, Tucker.
Gross. Yes, I think this should be the last of season 1.
Really?
Maybe. I mean, 30 episodes. That's
Okay. Here's my proposition.
okay.
I think season 1 is over when we come out with our 2nd movie.
Just like a completely new.
And it's like a chapter of our lives.
Gotcha.
Like, chapter 1 is the beginning. Who knows what chapter 2 will be? But that's my. Should we flip on it?
I don't have a coin.
I have a quarter in my room.
Let's do it. There's a lot line on this. Okay, like he might need to put a whole nother word in the titles. Season 2 Ztake podcast. All right. You want heads or tails?
I'll take tails.
Let's see. Can I do this? Ooh. Tails. Dang.
Oh!
Wow. That was. I'm fine. I think it's a good idea though. I do like the idea where it's like it's a chapter.
I think some people have hundreds and hundreds of episodes without doing
That's true.
another season.
All right.
I feel bad that I won that coin toss now.
No, I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
I do think it's a good idea.
Okay, fair enough.
It's been decided.
Oh, that wasn't one of the questions.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm glad we went there.
Yeah, that was good. If you couldn't live in America, where would you live?
Ooh.
Private island. Something like Epstein's Island, but without all the,
Without all the Epstein-y type scenarios.
Like, I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of that island, but it looks very tropical.
It is. It looks like a very nice island.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that
You just know it's sad. That's a whole sad situation.
it is. It's messed up. There's very few people around.
Yeah.
Like,
I
wouldn't care if he got killed or killed himself. Does it really matter? He's dead.
I went on a rabbit trail and I figured out that one of the guys associated with him that would like send him people was recently arrested and also was found dead in his jail cell.
Interesting.
And that was like maybe a month or so ago.
See, eventually someone's just gonna have to bite the bullet and be like, listen, like, because you
What if they
can't
get
run from
killed,
it
though?
forever, right?
What if they get killed though?
Like the people killing the people. Like, the guy's arrested. Like, he's gonna rot in jail for the rest of his life. Like, eventually you can't run forever. That's mainly more of a revenge thing where, like, I want to know who this person is. Because, like...
Yeah.
Like, we have ideas, but I want, like, hard evidence. I think
mean,
we should
this guy
bring...
was scum of the earth.
Yeah,
so.
I want to see, like... I want the wood, like, hanging things brought back. Where, like, you get stuck in there and people chuck tomatoes at you. I want those brought back for these people.
Yeah.
I think that'd be hilarious.
Allison has mentioned this machine where you put them in and it's like metal and then you heat up the metal.
Oh, yeah, the screaming cow or calf thing.
Oh,
yeah, it's brass.
I am a huge fan of bringing that back for people like Epstein.
I think it's a good idea. So it's a brass cow they put inside it, and then they start a fire like in the calf's belly or like under the belly, and there's an opening in the mouth, and so like the steam from the body and everything, it comes out, and it's like a tea kettle where the cow, it sounds like it's screaming, and obviously screams of person. You know, I forgot who did. I think it might have been a Roman thing.
Snap.
Yeah.
That would be pretty rough.
That's not a way I would want to go.
No.
Like, because you can't escape it.
Imagine, like, people actually went through that.
Yeah.
Like, someone actually did that once.
And the people who created these torture devices are insane. Like...
Yeah.
There's, Japanese crucifixion where they, like, tie you up like this on this log, and then they spin you around, and then they, like, throw spears at you. I'm like, you're dizzy, you're tied up super tight.
I was just thinking of like what's like one of those things at a park.
Oh,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about. You spin on it, you hold on, you spin.
Yeah. It sounded like it would be fun, like you're on the log and you're tied there. And
that took a left turn.
What? The spears? Guys, stop it. Come
people.
on.
Yeah. I'm like, the dizzy, like you'd be nauseated. Obviously, that's not like the biggest of your concern in that situation, but it'd be uncomfortable.
Guys, I know about the spears, but you'd be uncomfortable.
With
Like,
the spinning.
That would not feel good.
Yeah, there's like people are sick. Like because
Yeah.
I was going through like an ancient history class. I'm like, these torture devices are weird. So I looked up like ancient torture devices, which was a bad move on my part.
You know, Google now has this thing where like you can resume your journey.
Oh really?
Like if you look up something, like you can find like you went on an internet trail. I just imagine Tucker's internet trail just being like an hour long, like torture device.
No, that's more of a Dana thing. I'm gonna be honest. She's crazy. But I was looking up and people like.
Oh, that's another thing. Last night I was editing and you were whispering into the microphone, I like cranberries.
She made a shirt that says I like cranberries.
I love that.
I
I'm
think-
sorry for interrupting you.
No, it's good. I'm glad you're doing it because I usually do it to you. But it is like a messed up. Like, how sick do you have to be? Like, obviously, I hate certain people. But like, imagine like creating these things for somebody, like, or like the Salem witch trial and like those things where it's like, all right, so we're gonna tie you up to this rock, and if you float, you're a witch, and if you drown, you're a human, and you're innocent. All right, and it's
Win-win, right? Not really.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Where
that's
it's
pretty rough.
like, either way, how did they not think of this?
It's just mind-boggling to me that people like actually went through that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's so outside of my
like why?
imagination almost.
And even like certain things that we would find ridiculous today, like smoking. In the 60s, pregnant women smoked. It was almost encouraged. There is ads where doctors came up and told you to smoke this brand of cigarettes.
I recommend this type of cigarette.
What?
Die as you wish.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, that's nuts.
Like, you do realize inhaling smoke will be... I don't understand cigarettes. Why are they appealing?
I don't know.
Like, you'd think it hurt, right? Like, I did it once. Not with a cigarette, but... We were in Kentucky.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I'm like, this is
You
not
like inhaled
pleasant. Yeah.
like the reed or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's appealing. I think there's a certain level of like getting away with something you're not supposed to that people enjoy. Because usually it starts off with people young, right? Like teenagers, early adults. And then you get addicted to it, obviously. Nicotine. I don't know why it's appealing. I find Sherlock Holmes cool when he smokes a pipe. I don't know why.
I think that smoking a pipe every once in a while would be sick.
I think it
Like,
looks cool. I don't know why, but it just has like this vibe.
If I walked into Mr. Johnson's house and he was sitting in his armchair smoking a pipe,
You'd be like,
yeah,
respect.
I would have no problem.
You classy. I don't
Yeah.
know why pipes are more classier than cigarettes, but
Absolutely though. Like if I'm reading a book and someone's smoking a pipe, I'm like, this dude's cool.
this
They're
dude's
smoking
again, there's classy.
yeah, smoking a cigarette. I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot.
Ridiculous. But like tobacco doesn't smell bad. Cigarettes smell bad though, because my grandpa used to smoke a pipe, which was weird. For like he did it for a little bit. I'm like, who are you? like you're like this like semi-truck driver. Like what are you doing being all classy all of a sudden? Like it didn't make any sense.
Gandalf,
Like
yes.
what? Like your coffee cup like smells disgusting because it's like ashes from other cigarettes. But it was a whole weird. It was a weird moment for me. But like the tobacco didn't smell bad. I'm like, what the heck?
Cheap cigarettes smell awful.
Yes.
But so awful to the point where it's like become nostalgic for me, which I don't like.
No, but it does. It gives you like a certain.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I have relatives, or I used to visit friends like
Yeah.
this.
Did you ever like walking outside like a Walmart or something, walk in and see if someone's smoking and then pretend to cough to like guilt trip them?
In a Walmart?
No, like not like in front of a building, like someone's smoking outside. You walk past them. Have you ever faked cough and like a guilt trip?
I didn't fake cough. I think I've real coughed.
Oh, I used to have like this weird asthma thing with cigarettes, or like triggered like an asthma thing. So I would real cough sometimes, but I went through like a phase where I'd be like, and like super obnoxious
You should
coughing.
just like
just peel over and die. I was like, what is wrong with me?
that's what we should do. We should
The
record a
next
vlog.
video.
You and I are walking in. You start pretend coughing. I'm like, Tucker, someone call an ambulance. I like get the person that's smoking a cigarette. Like, do you have a cell phone? I left mine in the car.
I think that's a great
Freaking
idea.
out. Meanwhile, you're in the background just coughing.
I think we should get like fake blood. Where I'm just like,
Put out your cigarette, man.
What's wrong with you? The second he does, like, oh, I'm okay. I think this is a great idea.
I did think about like maybe one afternoon sometime we should go out and just start interactions with people and try and get podcast content and just have as many interesting interactions with people.
I think we should get a microphone.
Yes.
Right? And be like, just walk past like, boom, 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 boom. And just like pop quiz. It'd be obnoxious.
Yes.
Be like, what is it like wearing neon red shoes? Like, what is that? What decisions led you? That's almost me. Excuse me, ma'am.
I did see it. There's a video. It's pretty funny in context where these two guys are going around. It's like a Justin Bieber concert, and they didn't get tickets, so it's just outside when everyone's waiting in line.
Yeah.
And they're interviewing people, and they're just like the most obnoxious people.
A little bit of a windy day here. We're here with
Sienna.
Siennan?
Jesse. Sienna, sorry.
Siennan?
Sienna.
Sienna's just. Sorry, I am deaf from both ears.
Like, why do you like this fool? Is it the bad hair? It's the bad hair, isn't it?
It's hilarious.
You guys know about, like, just recently with Justin Bieber in the news, he started to back Mitt Romney.
That'd be
Like
awesome.
at one point, he was sitting with a couple girls, and he gave them like a couple questions. He had no idea what the answers were.
What is the first word he said as a baby?
What was it? It was like, was it mom? Or like, no, I don't know.
No.
How do I not know that?
It was two syllables. Kind of a weird one, but we've all said it before.
I don't know.
Toothbrush. First words are toothbrush. That is a fun fact. Did you know that?
And he was like, "All right, that's it," and he just like sat there, and they were sitting with him, and he's just like,
Thanks for coming by. Guess we'll see you next time.
I kind of like intentionally awkward situations when I'm controlling the awkwardness.
"You have
When
to
it-
be controlling." Yes.
Yeah. Like, I was talking to someone today, and they just kept talking, and I'm like, I'm trying to leave. Like, I'm actively trying to walk away, and you keep talking.
But if you were the one that kept on talking and you were aware that they wanted to go away, that would be hilarious.
It would be so funny. But, yeah, it was... So, like, I need to be control of the awkwardness.
Yes.
I think that's everybody, though.
Control the awkward.
It's like a weird Zen thing.
Question 8. If you have a bucket list, what is on it? I'm just trying to get to the next like year.
I want to have enough money to eat today. That would be... One thing would be to have 3 cars. I want a car, a truck, and then a car to work on because I enjoy building things. And so, like, I want to have, like, a project car.
You're like super poor. You sell everything you have just to have 3 cars, and you're like, great, now I can die now.
Now I can
Okay.
die a happy man. I'm in so much debt. Yeah, that would be up there. I think that would be cool. That's a little bit down the road, but I want like a car, a truck in Minnesota, like car summer, obviously. Then the truck is to get out of your driveway in winter time. And the project car is just to have a hobby.
Yeah. Where I'm going, there won't be a winter time.
He's going to like the Sahara or like just away from snow.
Yeah. Panama is nice.
Panama
it
sounds
is,
nice.
It is good weather. We were there in summer, and I wasn't even like that warm.
That's a big deal because I love Florida, but like I don't know if I could do August where it's like 99 degrees and 90% humidity. Like that's
Yeah. So we were in Panama in February, and of course, when you cross the equator, the seasons flip.
mm-hmm.
So it was like supposed to be the dead of summer, but I was not bothered by it.
That's probably good.
So it's a good sign.
Do you know if it was like a mild summer or if it was average?
No, they kept on telling us like drink Gatorade and water.
Oh,
I'm like, I'm good.
I'm okay, man. Like shriveling up.
It
still.
was a weirdly euphoric state where like I didn't have to drink or eat or sleep really.
Were you okay? You just
It was
zenning
great.
out. Yeah, I think it'd be cool to like kind of snowbird every once in a while. Just like a couple months warm climate. I want to like travel, where I
100%.
like go all over the world.
Would you want to go to Europe? Europe seems like bland to me almost.
It does. I think, you know, there's that saying like go to Italy and then die type of thing where it's like that's all you need to see. But I'm like, I don't know if it's really that big of a deal. I think it'd be cool to go to France to eat their food because I enjoy French cooking.
Yeah, I do want to go to France.
But most of Europe, like you could see it. It's cool to say you went to, but there's not a whole lot there that I'd be like, whoa, I want to go to like Asia.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Like-
Like, I don't have that much interest in seeing Rome, but
Mainly because like all my school classes are on Europe. Like all the history is like,
yeah,
maybe that's it.
it seems so bland. But yeah, for some reason, Asia is weirdly appealing. Like,
It's almost like mystic.
you
like,
go to Japan, it's like that would be cool.
because there's like 3 different types of Japan. There's Tokyo, where there's like
Mm-hmm.
like big city. There's like mountain, and then there's jungle. Like you get, and then you can go by the ocean.
That would be sick. I
Like-
mean, you die of disease like 20 times over, but
But it might be worth it.
I do want to go to Japan.
Japan would be cool. I want to go to like Thailand or Laos or something kind of like off.
No.
No? I want to
Really? Why?
I don't know. I kind of enjoy the idea of getting lost sometimes, and having something where you're like so out of your element seems kind of appealing.
I want to go to Peru. I feel like Peru would be good.
That's kind of jungly too.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good place to get lost.
Not the
maybe.
Amazon. I don't want to go to the Amazon
Why not?
because I would die. Like obviously Thailand. And
But
like,
it's so pretty.
yeah, but everything can kill you. That's why I'm not going to Australia ever.
You're not going to Australia? Australia would be sick.
I think it'd be cool, but when everything can kill you,
Like what? The kangaroos?
yes.
Okay.
The spiders, the
All the
snakes.
people with literally no guns? Okay.
I don't know. I might go, but also I'm still scared of Australia.
I feel like New Zealand is on the list.
New Zealand would be cool too. I kind of want to go to a mountainy area because I enjoy Montana. That's a lot of mountains.
Okay. No, I do want to go to Europe. That's what we were talking about. Switzerland, right? Or not Switzerland, the Alps.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Heidi.
Europe, but that's not like really Europe. When you
That's-
think of Europe, you think of like
Yeah.
London and Italy and France.
I
and
wanna go to
Scotland.
Green part of Europe. That would be
Mm,
pretty. Ireland.
I think Australians are just like hillbilly.
And
British
the dog
people.
come bounding over.
But I think Australians are just like hillbilly British people.
Really? They're all like the descendants of prisoners. That's an insult, and it was not real or reflective of actual Australian people. I'm sorry.
But also, they all seem kind of crazy. Like, not like psychotic, but they all seem like they do like just psycho things.
I imagine them all like Canadians, where it's like a culture where everyone's like overly nice.
Maybe.
I wouldn't know. I've never been.
I've never been there either. I've never been to Canada, so.
Given I was to Canada and it wasn't that great. So
Yeah, you don't like Canada. You don't like Canadians either. Not like all Canadians.
I
but
like Jordan Peterson well enough.
Oh, is he Canadian?
Oh yeah.
I like Stephen Amell. He's the guy who played the Arrow. He's cool.
Have you been watching that show?
A little bit.
Little bit. What do you mean by a little bit?
I got back into it, man. Like, I watched The Flash.
Yeah.
And obviously, The Flash and the Arrow kind of come back. And then you kind of stop, you watch something else. And then I'm like, ooh, the Arrow.
Is it actually good?
I enjoy it. It's kind of fun. I get bothered by, like... I'm not, like, super tactical, but I know how to hold a gun. And watching these actors hold guns drive me crazy. Like, same thing with Psych, because they're police officers. And they're like, I'm gonna shoot you! I'm like, no! Or, like, they'll clear a room, and they'll come around a corner, and they just don't even check this side of the room. They're like, this way! And we're like, what if he's on the other side of this room? Like, this guy's heavily armed.
You have to have like two people going back to back.
Yeah,
Whatever.
or they'll have their guns pointed right at the back of their friend as they're like walking down hallways. I'm like,
Gun safety.
yeah, and so it's really funny.
Have you been? Oh, sorry.
No. I was just saying
Finish
it's
your
really
thought.
funny. Sorry, I find that interesting.
Yeah.
You forgot what you were gonna say, didn't you?
No,
Oh.
I didn't want to force you, but have you been learning with the Rubik's Cube?
I've been trying. I've been struggling, man.
Did you find the site or
I found like the Rubik's Cube site, like the official site, and they're like how to solve it. I've been struggling. Like, there's a lot. I thought it was just like an easy like left right. There's a lot for my brain. I gave up for a while.
It's just the white side. You just got to get the white side down.
Oh, I can do that.
Once you get the white side down, and you have to, well, it's not just that, but you have to start with the white side and align it all, and then it's just shake, 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 shake.
Shaky shake. Shakira. I can do the like one side. Like I can get one side pretty easy.
Yeah,
But-
well, it's like one side, but it has to be aligned. Like if it's the red in the center.
Yeah,
it
and they
has to
have
be-
like if
yeah.
there has to be like a green in this corner, then you can do this, and I'm like,
Mhm.
so yeah, I was struggling because I need for the movie I need to learn how to use a Rubik's cube, and there was a moment where I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself. Like I cannot do this.
It's
Like,
okay. It just takes practice.
it's so aggravating. I was like, why can't like I'm watching this guy do it? He's like, you just do this. I'm like, I can't do it. And then I got a whole bunch of ads for like these like little children doing all these like speed
Yeah.
cubing thing, and I'm like,
You see the one of the kid juggling 3 Rubik's cubes and solving them all in like 3 or 5 minutes, something like that.
that's ridiculous.
Like flip toss, catch flip.
That's nuts. What?
I don't even understand how it was possible, but
That's crazy.
I can't do it.
No, I don't even think he did it. I think he's a witch.
I think he is too, actually.
Can men be witches?
He was Asian, dude, so of course he
Okay,
could.
never
he
mind.
could do it.
Never mind. That makes sense.
Asian people can do anything.
They can. They can. I was watching because I've been trying to learn guitar on a more like in-depth level because I can play guitar, but I want like more like music theory. And there's this one teacher who's Asian, and just all over my head. I'm like, what? Like he's like, you just do this. I'm like, I can't do that. Like, what the heck is this? And then I watched like this American guy. I'm like, oh, I got this. Like.
So what you do?
Kind of, and it was just like 3 chords. I'm like, this is easy. Like, I passed it, fine. And then, like, go back to this Asian guy. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
Are there like master classes you can take on guitar?
Yeah, I just don't feel like spending money on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should probably get a master class then. Are you going to Bemidji?
Ken?
I mean, you're going, right?
Yes.
Either way?
Yes. Either way, I'm going. You
all
are
right.
just invited.
Yes. I'm going with you. Are we taking your car?
Yes.
Mine
I
would be
was
better as
assuming-
far as gas mileage, though.
All the stuff's already in my car. I don't know.
That's true. It's up to you.
I'll take our car. I don't know.
Okay.
Cool. Like, subscribe, Ztake Coffee, baby.
Order that. Go watch our short film at 6 p.m. tonight.
Oh! Oh, yeah! I'm sorry, that was simple.
All right, episode 30. Goodbye.